Could the PF's new combative approach to public relations actually be a liability to President Lungu's re-election campaign? Well, let me give you my 10 Ngwee on the matter. In the 2016 presidential elections, President Lungu ran his campaign using a marketing psychology tool known as brand archetypes, or better known as brand personalities. This is based on the fact that as people, we have 12 distinct personalities that we buy into. This is reflected in the products we buy, the movies we watch, the movie characters we like, the music we listen to, the celebrities we follow, and yes, even the politicians we vote for. In 2015-2016, President Lungu represented himself as the regular guy brand personality. This personality is also known as the nice guy, the citizen, the advocate, the servant, the good neighbor, and many other similar associations. Think of the local restaurant, pub, or grocer where everyone frequents and everyone knows each other's name, or the community event where everyone goes on a regular basis, or even the family sitcom that we love to watch and do that religiously. Those things right there are marketed to us as the regular guy brand personality. Think about a brand like Carling Black Label, which has built its whole image on being the everyday guy's beer, and it resonates with the mass audience, actually making it the best performing beer brand in the world. So I wouldn't underestimate the power of the regular guy brand. So the key factor with brand personalities is that you consistently stay on message. This will give you an air of authenticity and make sure you never ever deviate from your personality. This works in politics, and victory is usually granted to the politician who carries their personality along the whole campaign with a matching message and a matching set of policies. Now that level of consistency will resonate best with the voters, and it's going to make them really comfortable with that politician no matter which personality they're being sold, because they're buying into authenticity. So in the last election, President Lungu harnessed this brand personality the best, because in his well-crafted campaign, he defeated Mr. Hichilema in 2 consecutive elections by simply representing the strongest features of his personality at the center of his campaign. As the regular guy, the key feature was that all images carried forward with that of friendliness, humility, wholesomeness, family values, and above all, trustworthiness. Him saying he had no vision had no impact, because that's not what he was selling.
What do you think in a year's time you will have done to develop the economy of Zambia to address poverty and inequality?
Not much. Not much.
However, the moment that regular guy starts to look rude, elitist, arrogant, and greedy, then that's the downfall of the brand.
Game over.
So the message is and has been critical to President Lungu's electoral success as a candidate and as a leader. His communications through deeds, statements, policies should always reflect the president as the everyday man who's sincere, helpful, and genuine, the citizen that holds deep responsibility to the community, an advocate who is compelled to work for the greater good of society and on behalf of others, and finally the servant who is committed to helping others. Now you have to admit, in the last election, President Lungu basically cleaned HH's clock.
Finish him.
By sticking to his script.
Flawless victory.
While HH, who's notorious for failing to stick to his script because he's really an ill-disciplined campaigner. Now, because he deviated from his brand personality, namely the sovereign, he made a host of mistakes which ended up polluting his brand, hiring GBM as his VP.
Epic fail.
That's another discussion for another day. In 2016, the Lungu voter was drawn to a feeling of familiarity and warmth, inclusion, and a candidate who they felt understood them. They were in search of a candidate who believed in a hard day's work and offered them joy in simple things like family, going to church, and prayer. They were drawn to a predictable candidate who never offended anyone and offered them an all-inclusive message. Added to this, the Patriotic Front as a party has to act as a community network that embodies a sense of community connection that exhibits the power of community synergy. People need to feel like they can get further working together than working alone if they're part of the party. Entering into the 2021 election cycle, the Patriotic Front's communication team has now been engaging in combative politics, actually harming the president's re-election campaign because his brand image is being dragged down by a party that's now being associated with aggression, corruption, and an immature dissing competition, which acts as the antithesis of the regular man brand. creating a problem that many companies, brands, and even celebrities suffer with. It's called multiple brand personality disorder. It's kind of like finding out the wholesome family celebrity that you love and adore is secretly a womanizing drunk who swears every second word and doesn't believe in God. It becomes tough for fans to follow that celebrity or public figure after finding that out. As if that was not enough, a series of senior party officials and cabinet ministers have been engaging in the hurling of vulgarities,
stinking nonsense,
and threats
break their bodies
at common citizens. And this also starts working against the brand image of the president. So, the question everyone asks, is there room for dirty politics in this type of campaign? Sure there is, but it has to be done strategically and through untraceable surrogates. Wink wink. Just like the Patriotic Front did through a series of online rumors and anonymous posts in groups about Mr. Hichilema's alleged ties to Freemasonry, and in some instances, accusations of Satanism in the 2015 and 2016 elections. However, President Lungu and the Patriotic Front were very, very careful never to explicitly levy those allegations themselves, but they just simply never stopped the rumor mill from running. This is a tactful way that the regular man brand can decampaign their opponent. Look, there's no single brand personality that wins all elections in Zambia. It's all about the candidate who sticks to their brand the strongest and makes sure they market the strengths of their brand the most. President Mwanawasa, one with the innocent brand personality. That's also known as the traditionalist and the saint, while President Sata, one with the outlaw personality, also known as the rebel and revolutionary.
This is Sparta!
It just boils down to your message, your plan, and your personality all being aligned and positioning yourself to meet the needs of the people in your unique way. That's the formula for brand authenticity, and that's what tends to sway voters. Well, then again, that's just my turning way on all of this. For more op-eds, in-depth analysis, and polling data, like, follow, and share The Political Sphere Zambia.